Are you at a job you can't stand? If you're at a fork in the road and you want to quit your job, but you don't know if it's time yet, then watch this full video for best practices beforehand. It's like Jim Rohn says, you can work full-time on your living and part-time on your fortune. What's up, guys? My name is Sarah Fontenot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get a notification with each new video. Every Monday, you'll get different tips, tricks, motivation, and inspiration on how to hang in there and how to grow your business. I've been able to grow my business from doing over $250,000 a year to over $1 million a year in just 6 months. But let's talk about the 5 years before that, when I felt like my business was stagnant. And sometimes it was. The one thing about business is, no matter how hard you work, sometimes the level of success you're after takes longer than the time you have to build it. And in the meantime, your bills don't take a break. So today, if you're stuck in a space of, I really hate my job, I want to quit, but I need the money, then stay tuned. We are going to jump into my opinion of when is the right time. I'm not a financial advisor or a counselor. This is just my experience with the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, identify your financial commitments. How much money do you need every month to survive? And notice I said survive, not thrive. No shopping, no eating out, no parties with friends, the baseline of your basic living cost. Now, if you live with your parents and your only responsibility is a $200 cell phone bill, you don't really have much to lose if you quit a job. Now, on the other hand, if you're responsible for a mortgage or rent, car note, kids, spouse, groceries, gas, utilities, etc., and your baseline cost of living is $3,500 a month, you have a lot more on the line. And if your savings are low and the job you hate is the only thing keeping you afloat, then I would consider working your business before and after work until your business doubles or at least consistently matches your full-time pay. When I first started my business, I was asking my parents for money every month. I was struggling. Do you have a support system? And do you have the resilience to figure it out when you don't? So let me just say, there is nothing worse than running your business with the energy of, I need the money. People feel that. They smell it from a mile away and will run in the opposite direction. So if the business you're building outside of work is producing extra and additional income, you can do it with passion. And most importantly, because you won't have the desperate energy that comes with needing, the integrity of what you're building will remain intact. You can do it right. Number 2, be efficient. People waste a lot of time. And I'm sure you've heard the saying, the billionaire and the beggar both have 24 hours in a day. If you can only start with 1 hour a day, maybe wake up 30 minutes earlier, go to sleep 30 minutes later, but you're intentional and focused, you can get a lot more done than you think. I've totally done a video focused on how to be efficient. I'll link the video somewhere up here-ish. So just know, you do not necessarily need to quit your job in order to build your business, but you may need to quit extracurricular activities. To this day, I still don't have cable. When I was starting, partying, dinner nights, events, night outs, like that was out. I was a full-time student at the time, so it was school, auditions, acting, and my business, period. You have to sacrifice. And are you willing to hate your job a little bit longer? Be more tired, possibly more stressed out, or even more overwhelmed, but more efficient, purpose-filled, and successful overall. You cannot drift to the top. You have to intentionally climb, and I'm telling you, the climb is hard. But only you know if you're willing to do what it takes. Number 3, you know when you know. Stop asking other people if you should quit. They don't know. They don't know what it feels like to be you at your job. Most people just want to complain. They aren't looking for a solution or an exit strategy. They want attention, the water cooler talk. It doesn't serve you to have it or to listen to it. So decide for yourself. Does it make sense to quit, or do you just want to keep talking about how much you hate your job? You have to be so mindful of who you're seeking counsel from as well. Like Les Brown says, 80% of people don't care, and the other 20% are glad it's you and not them. So those same people who are cheering you on to quit, they're not going to be the people that are paying your bills when you're struggling. So, a funny story. Years ago, when one of my business partners came to me and said, "Hey Sarah, I'm doing really well with this. You think I should quit my job?" I said, "Nope." A month or two later, they came back and they said, "Oh my God, I'm really loving this. I think it might be time to quit my job. What do you think?" I said, "Nope." 6 months later, they came back and said, "Sarah, I quit my job." And I said, "Yeah!" If you have to ask the question, it's probably not the time. You know when you know. You know when it's time to quit. So what does all of this mean? Today, if you haven't yet, write down what your basic cost of living is. Fine-tooth comb it. Get clear on how much you need to survive and decide whether you can put it all on the line or not. So as an example, once you're crystal clear on how much you need, identify how many clients is that per month, per week, per day. Then hit your goals. If you know you need a client a day, how many follow-up calls, social media posts, cold market calling do you need to do in order to make sure you get one new client a day? You've got to do the work. Be efficient with your time. And remember, when you know, you know. Only you know what makes sense for your budget, your life, your work ethic, and your future. Trust that. If you're in a place of, "I really want to grow my business, but I honestly just don't have the time," then tune in next week. I'm going to go over how I was able to grow my Instagram to over 43,000 followers, but most importantly, how you can monetize it where you are. In the bed, in the bathroom if that's where you choose, but you can grow business as long as you can connect to the internet. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this full video. If you like the video, please let me know by liking it, subscribing, and share it with a fellow friend or family member, ladies, loved ones, anyone you know that could be impacted with this video. Also, comment below with helpful if this video helped you at all. If you want to get more motivation, inspiration, fun tips and tricks for business, then make sure you click the link below and get added to the email list so I can make sure you get a lot more of where this came from. I am so excited to build business with you guys, to grow, to flow, to focus, to all of it. Sending so much love and light your way. Have an amazing day, guys.